hours after I checked out of my Airbnb in Prague, the host messaged me, "Return my mother's bracelet or I am calling the police tonight." I read it 4 times, standing in a hostel lobby with my whole life in a backpack, and felt the floor tilt. I had no idea what he was talking about. This was my first solo trip, 26, first time out of the country alone, the kind of traveler who screenshots her confirmation emails and keeps her passport in a zipped inner pocket. The apartment had been perfect. Marek, the host, had been perfect. 5 stars, super host badge, fresh flowers on the table, and a handwritten note about the best bakery on the street. I wrote back that there had to be a mistake. He replied in 2 minutes with photos: a cracked glass cabinet, an empty velvet box, a close-up of scratch marks on the lock, a paragraph about a gold bracelet that belonged to his late mother, the only thing he had left of her, appraised at 1,900 euros. Then the sentence that actually scared me: "You were the only guest. Pay by tomorrow or I report you for theft. Good luck flying home after that." I did the math on my situation fast. I was alone. I didn't speak Czech. I was leaving from Prague airport in 2 days, and I'd read enough horror stories about tourists getting pulled aside at passport control. My flight home suddenly felt like a countdown. Part of me, and I hate admitting this, actually opened my banking app to see if I could just pay him and make it go away. Instead, I reported it to the platform. Their first response was a form email. Their second told me the host had submitted documentation, and a hold might be placed for the damages. Documentation, photos of a cabinet I had never opened, and a box I had never seen. They were treating his pictures like evidence and my word like noise. Nobody was coming to save me. That night in a hostel bunk I couldn't afford to panic in, I went through my camera roll looking for anything, and almost scrolled right past it. 90 seconds of shaky video. Me walking through the apartment the morning I checked out, narrating like an idiot. Keys on the counter, towels in the bath, nothing broken, bye. A habit my dad drilled into me after a rental car scam got him years ago. Time-stamped, 10:04 a.m. The glass cabinet in the background intact, the velvet box visible on the shelf closed, sitting exactly where his empty photo showed it. Then I noticed the thing that ended him. In my video, the window behind the cabinet showed scaffolding on the building across the street. It had been there my entire stay, workers yelling every morning at 7. In his photos of the crime scene, taken the same afternoon, per his claim, the window behind the smashed cabinet was clean. No scaffolding. His photos weren't from that day. They weren't even from that month. I sent everything to the platform with the calmest email I have ever written while shaking. Then, because I was angry now, I did one more thing. I searched his other listings and started reading reviews with a translator app. Buried under the 5 stars I found them: a woman from Seoul, charged for a missing bracelet. A student from Brazil. He kept my deposit for jewelry I never saw. 3 more, going back 2 years, all women, all traveling alone, all far from home with a flight to catch, and every reason to just pay. He picked us because we were easy, because a scared girl alone in a foreign country does math in euros and fear usually wins. The platform's trust and safety team called me an actual human within a day of getting the scaffolding comparison. His listings came down that week, every single one. My hold was released, my stay refunded, and they confirmed the case was escalated to Czech police for fraud, along with my video. 2 of the other women found my review and messaged to say his claims against them were finally reversed. I flew home with no one waiting at passport control and cried somewhere over the Atlantic, mostly from relief. I'm not sharing this to scare anyone out of traveling alone. Go. It was still the best trip of my life. Just do the paranoid thing. Take the boring 90-second video nobody thinks they need. Mine cost me nothing. It saved me 1,900 euros, a police record in a language I can't read, and it took down the man who'd been hunting women like me for years.